How's it going, everybody? Dieter Kurtenbach here at Moda Center in Portland, where we just saw the Golden State Warriors do something, well, it'd be spectacular if we didn't see this so often. They stole the soul out of the Portland Trail Blazers tonight. They win 110-99 in Game 3, and let's just acknowledge what we're seeing here. The Warriors are one game away. It's going to take something beyond catastrophic for the Warriors to avoid going to a fifth straight NBA Finals, and that might seem like clockwork for this team. It is not. This is unbelievable that a team can go to 5 straight NBA Finals in this day and age in the NBA. A lot of skill, let's be honest, a lot of luck too, has gone into this. But man, the only other team that's done this is the Boston Celtics in the 60s. The Boston Celtics in the 60s played against 7 other teams. A little bit different going up against 29 others in the modern NBA. The Warriors 1 win away as they go up 3-0 on the Portland Trail Blazers in this Western Conference Finals. Let's go over 3 things. Number 1, I think the difference in this one was legs. The Warriors, it was aggravating, it was annoying, it was all these things. The Warriors didn't look like they tried it all in the regular season for the second straight year. And you just go, man, is that going to bite them in the butt come playoff time? No, I think it might be the reason that they're succeeding so much come playoff time. Load management, as LeBron James has given us as a term, has come into play in not just the last series, but this series as well. The second half of games 2 and 3 decided by the team that had fresher legs, and we saw Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum in both of those games just fall apart. Just fall apart. Not just under the pressure of the moment, but also just not having the legs to get the job done. They just played a 7-game series against the Denver Nuggets. They never got any time to recuperate, and they've played really well in the first half of games 2 and 3, but they just don't have the jump to get over the hump in the second half. And the Warriors, they look spry. They look like they haven't played basketball in months, and they just warming up in the first half, coming out and running these Portland Trail Blazers off the court. Legs matter, especially in the postseason. And the Warriors, they have played this thing perfectly throughout. It might have been annoying in January and February, but man, it's all about these games in May and now June. Second big thing. Let us also acknowledge the greatness of Steph and Curry for just a moment, if we could. There is a lot of Steph slander out there, and I somewhat get it. I somewhat understand how people can be this misguided and not understand what it is they're watching. But Steph Curry is one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and I think that when the Mount Rushmore of basketball is carved out, whenever that might be, Steph Curry is going to be on it for what he has done to revolutionize the game. He's the only unanimous MVP in NBA history, and what he is doing over the last 4 games is absolutely spectacular. He is the first, the last, the everything for the Golden State Warriors, and he is just making the right play again and again and again. Kevin Durant was unbelievable, obviously, up until the point he got injured, and we were talking some real big talk about Kevin Durant this postseason before that injury happened. And then, frankly, we should still be talking that talk when Kevin Durant comes back. But Steph Curry's doing the exact same thing. Kevin Durant was averaging 35 points per game in the postseason before he got injured. What has Steph Curry done since Kevin Durant went out? He's averaging 35 points per game over the last 4 games. Sample size different, I acknowledge, but still, what Steph Curry is doing is absolutely spectacular. He had how many points in the second half tonight? 21 points in the second half tonight to bury the Portland Trail Blazers. People talk about Steph not being a clutch player. They remember Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. And I'm not going to make excuses for Steph on that game. I'm not going to relitigate the past. I'm not going to explain why Kevin Love was able to stop him on that final shot. It was a bad performance. We all acknowledge that. But what he has done in these Western Conference Finals over his career, and especially in this series, needs to be recognized for greatness. He has 8 35-point games in Western Conference Finals contests. The only person who has more is Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant played in the Western Conference Finals like every year. Kobe has 10. Steph is probably going to have 9 by the time Game 4 is over here at Moda Center, and I doubt there's going to be a Game 5. As much as I think these Blazers have a lot of pluck to them, there's just no reason. There's just no reason to try. No team has ever come back from 3-0. This Portland Trail Blazers team is definitely not going to be that team. I like them. I like their energy. This is not their year. They're facing a much, much better team. Third point, save the best for last year. I talked about Draymond Green a lot in the last video back in Oakland. We have to talk about Draymond Green again, because Draymond Green turned in somehow, some way, a better performance. Instead of just turning it on in the final 5 minutes or so, a couple minutes in the third quarter, Draymond Green did a full 40-minute lockdown in Game 3 here tonight. He was absolutely spectacular. I have run out of superlatives to describe Draymond Green. We need to start acknowledging the defensive GOAT for what he is, and that he is playing in his prime right now. This might be his best stretch of basketball ever. He might be peaking, if I could go back and steal a term from a few years ago. 20 points, 13 rebounds, 12 assists, 4 steals, and a block. And oh yeah, he was pushing the pace up and down the court. Big reason that the Blazers' legs were not under them come the fourth quarter is because Draymond, every time the Blazers made a basket, just ran to the other side of the court and made something happen and got the Warriors into a position to control the pace of the game and run the tempo of the game and control the game on the whole. And every time the Warriors needed him, he showed up. Steph Curry, again, was absolutely fantastic. Warriors got a great contribution from Alfonso McKinney tonight as Andre Iguodala goes down with a left calf injury. He's getting an MRI. He says he's fine. Andre's also a very good liar to the media. We'll see what happens in Game 4. The Warriors, if they win Game 4, by the way, get 9 days off before Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So plenty of incentive there. Alfonso McKinney comes in and plays well. Kevon Looney has been fantastic this entire series. Man, let's talk about Kevon Looney in the next video. But man, Draymond Green locking it down on the defensive end. The Portland Trail Blazers scored 33 points in the second half. 33. And the Golden State Warriors scored 57. Every single one of those points had something to do with Draymond Green, it seemed like. Every single time that the Blazers couldn't get a basket, it seemed like that had something to do with Kevon Looney. Had something to do with Draymond Green. Maybe a little something to do with Kevon Looney, too. Draymond is out of his mind right now. I don't know how you I don't know how you check him. I don't know how you slow this guy down. He is doing whatever he wants out there. And the way he goes, the Warriors go. And that's why they're going to go to a 5th straight NBA Finals in a matter of a couple of days. We got another game here in Portland. Doesn't seem like we need to go through the motions, but we got to. And you know what? Dame Lillard, he's always keen to get back to Oakland. So maybe he puts on a show here for the home crowd. It was a great atmosphere here at Moda Center tonight. Portland's a great city. As much as I would like to trash the opposing team and all that, these guys play the right way. They have a team that's cheerable. They have a great fan base. They play in a great city. Portland's the best. I hope that this turns into a rivalry in the years to come because it's such a joy to deal with everybody here and free beer after the game. Maybe some pride kicks in. Maybe they find the legs, find that little something extra. But man, the Warriors, experience, legs, and oh yeah, an incredible amount of talent all coming together at the right time. And that's why they're probably going to be heading to Milwaukee or Toronto, probably Milwaukee, in a couple of days. From Portland, I'm Dieter. We'll talk after Game 4.